So it's a nice but cool day down here on Ballyhat Cove in Owl's Head, Maine. And the tide is out, as you can see. And I came down last night to put my mooring down at the gig store at the landing there. And I ran into a really nice fellow, Dimitri, who is owner with his wife of Aphrodite Oysters. And he helped me to roll my mooring off my trailer and get it out in the water, and offered to help me set it a little bit later on, which I really appreciated. So thank you, Dimitri. Anyway, I put out a couple of traps last night just to see how things were up here in the cove. And this is just a cheap crab or shrimp trap from Amazon. These are not commercially legal. A commercial green crab trap should have the head on the top of it. You know, I just use these for testing how many crabs are up in here. And there weren't many. In fact, I only got one green crab. Usually, if these soaked for 3 or 4 hours, there'd be half a dozen crabs in them. So this is the green crab that was in the trap. Green crabs, by the way, the carapace is almost always green, but the underbellies, they can be anywhere from green to yellow to orange like this one. This is what they look like. This happens to be a male, and you can tell, I'll point with my little finger, the apron right there in the center, that's V-shaped. That's a narrow V, that means it is a male. So if the V shape was wider at the top and the base, that would be a female. So this is a male crab. It has not shed. You can kind of see on the underside of his carapace that there's some algae growing, so he's had that shell for a while. And there's also, here's the real tell, he's missing a leg, and there's a bit of growth over that. So that's been growing a while. I am not going to obviously be releasing this crab. I'm going to be testing a recipe with him later. But yeah, this is what a green crab looks like. They really do a huge amount of damage to our native soft-shell clams. I've spoken with several oyster farmers. Dimitri mentioned it yesterday as well. They're starting to get green crabs into their bottom gear. So I know that these guys are moving. They migrate like lobsters do, except they migrate earlier. They're probably starting to come in now from offshore or deeper water, but this one is not even close to shedding. If they were close to shedding around the knuckles, it would be translucent, and there's just no translucence there that I can see at all. So it's not ready to shed yet, but they're still edible, and I would prefer to see these kept out of the water and used for something purposeful. And yeah, let's make something nice out of it that is delicious and helps to protect our environment here in Maine.